Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, bolo, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Gurudev. Nitai Gaur Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaur Haribo. O Premanandi, Jai Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivajakacharya, Astu Tarasata Sima. His Divine Grace Shri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavan ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda ki jai, Sri Guru Parampara ki jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakura ki jai, Sat Goswamis de Vrindavan ki jai, Prem Sikoho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda ki jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopina Sama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki jai, Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Shri Mayapur Dham ki jai, Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai, Gangamai Jamunamai ki jai, Tulsi Devi ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai, Samavera Bhaktavinda ki jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Brihat Mardanga ki jai, Nitai Go Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Guru Gauranga, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Verse 33, 34, huh? No? 33, 34. How you say, word to word first you do? Or you do word to word first? Eh? Upyamanam muhukshetram Svayam nirviryatam yat Nakalpate punasutyai Uktam bijam cha nasyati Evam kamasayam chitam Kamanam atisevaya Virajeta yatarajan Agnivat kama bindubi Upyamanam muhus kshetram Swayam nirviryatam yat na kalpate punah sutyai uttam bijam cha nasyati evam kamasayam chitam kamanam ati sevaya virajeta yata rajan agnivat kamabindubi upyamanam muhu kshetram swayam nirviryatam yat na kalpate punah sutyai uttam bijam cha nasyati evam kamasayam chitam kamanam ati sevaya virajeta yata rajan agnivat kamabindubi. Mataji, upyamanam, being cultivated, muhu, again and again, kshetram, a field, swayam, itself, nirviryatam, barrenness, yat, may obtain, nakalpate, is not suitable, punah, again, sutyai, for growing further harvests, uptam, sown, bijam, the seed, cha, and nasyati, is spoil, evam, in this way, kama asayam, full of lusty desires, chitam, the core of the heart, kamanam, of the desirable objects, atisevaya, by enjoyment over and over again, virajeta, may become detached, yatha, just as, rajan, O king, Agnivat, a fire, Kamabindubi, by small drops of clarified butter. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. My dear king, if an agricultural field is cultivated again and again, the power of its production decreases, and whatever seeds are sown, they are lost. Just as drops of ghee on a fire never extinguish the fire, but a flood of ghee will. Similarly, overindulgence in lusty desires mitigates such desires entirely. Please repeat. My dear king, if an agricultural field is cultivated again and again, the power of its production decreases, and whatever seeds are sown, they are lost. Just as drops of ghee on a fire never extinguish the fire, but a flood of ghee will. Similarly, overindulgence in lusty desires mitigates such desires entirely. Purport. If one continuously sprinkles drops of ghee on a fire, the fire will not be extinguished. But if one suddenly puts a lump of ghee on a fire, the fire might possibly extinguish entirely. Similarly, those who are too sinful and have thus been born in the lower classes are allowed to enjoy sinful activities fully. For those, there is a chance that these activities will become distasteful to them, and they will get the opportunity to be purified. Om Ajnanat Mirantasya Janandana Salakaya Chakshuran Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Simate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinam Namaste Sarasvati Devi Gauravani Prachanini Nirvisesa Sunyavari Pasyatyade Sata Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadada Sivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So this verse is a little tricky. No? What do you think? What should we supposed to do? We have lusty desires, all of us, some different degrees in our heart. Unfortunately. And so we just go out and try to fulfill them? Of course not. That's why the Shastras, they have different levels of understanding. The superficial level, the middle level, and the deep level. So we should try to go deeper. How we go deeper? By sincerely inquire from a spiritual, bona fide spiritual master. That's why we need a captain in our life, a captain in the boat, to guide us. Otherwise we will make mistake and we can slip due to, like I was speaking with a Serbian devotee, he was doing the treatment here with me in the clinic. And he is working in a boat that crosses Indian Bay to Scotland. And he says there is waves of like 15, 20 meters. And his small boat, he goes inside the water and it disappears, and you see the water, the fishes from the windows. And so sometimes the winds of gunas, the winds of life, they can blow very harsh, on everyone, even the devotee. And if we are superficial, if we are like in a superficial level, and we are after fruits of profit, adoration, distinction. This is called what? What is called these three things? Huh? Subtle sex life. Eh? We might try to escape from gross life. I don't see women's. I don't see the opposite sex. Eh? And sometimes we even cultivate, some hatred. We become misogynist. You know that word? Misogynist? We start hating women. That's the other side of loving. Touch. So we have to work hard in our spiritual life. We cannot just pass our time la 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 la, then we will suffer the consequences during the years. The years will go fast. The time is not stop, just like the waves and the time. They're constantly running. They're constantly going. And they take us for a ride. And all of a sudden, we open our eyes. And we are like myself, an old man. And if we not have done the best every day to become purified and become real lovers of Krishna and servants, real servants, then we will lament. But it will be too late. Then you cannot turn the clock back. Can we? Anybody of you? Turn the clock back and meditate when you're an old man or an old lady. I have done such a stupid things. I have done such and such a things that they cause me a bleeding in my spiritual life. And they slow me down. And they hold me. The invisible laws of bhakti, they're working on every devotee. And we cannot escape this. Don't think that we are just here to enjoy and don't become serious. If this mood of enjoyment, if this mood of become happy overcomes the mood of become a real servant of the servant, then we will have ups and downs in our spiritual life. Ups and downs. And then when we get old, we're just going to lament. Why why I did that? Haribo, why? Why I did not become serious and sincere from the beginning I entered spiritual life? Why? This why? So, the desires in the heart are the obstacles, very strong obstacles, that they are make us blind sometimes, and we commit offenses, we fall in traps of lust. How many devotees? I can make an encyclopedia of the devotees I knew from 1975 when I joined ISKCON till now. The most of them I knew, even my God brothers and God sisters, they slipped away from these waves, like I tell you, this boat or this devotee, these waves of the gunas. Sometimes I used to work in the boats. Actually, 1 year I worked in the boats, and we crossed the ocean, the same ocean Srila Prabhupada crossed to go to America. And I crossed that boat. It was the first time I was a Marine. I wanted to go, I think I told you the last time, I wanted to go to America. So I got a job in a boat. And sometimes the ocean, it was very peaceful. You were like, oh, so nice. And then all of a sudden, some heavy waves start manifesting, 20 meters high. We were 45,000 45 tons of boat, and it was like a little almond in the waves. You would go like, wow, wow. So the same way, that can happen in our spiritual life sometimes. Yeah? The gunas are very strong, and they will shake us up. And if we are not sincere, taking shelter in our God brothers and our God sisters and in the deities and in the Shastra, then we will become shake from the foundations. Our whole foundations can be shake up, and we can even disappear one day. This is not for me, and this process is too much. So be very careful. I tell you from my heart, because this is not a joke, what we are trying to accomplish. No? This is not a joke. We're trying to become above the modes of material nature. We're trying to purify our heart from all the unwanted, how do you call this, unwanted desires from our heart. And this can only be accomplished if we are sincerely wanted this project to work. And the Lord in the heart, He can take it out one by one in the front of our eyes and throw him away in the dust bin. But if we are playing a double game, double game, I am a devotee. You see, tilak, dhoti, kurta, sari, everything is a devotee. I am a devotee. But if we cultivate material desires in our hearts and we are hypocrites, it's a heavy word for the devotee to hear this, no? Sounds very, very strong, no? Hypocrite. Hypocrite. We cannot, Krishna doesn't like hypocrisy. He doesn't like pride. Pride comes before, come on, the fall. Pride is coming first. The folly doesn't come first. First comes the pride. I'm a big devotee. I'm a big devotee. I've been so many years in spiritual life. Look how everybody is worshiping me and offer me the ghee lamp first, and this and that, and they really after washing my feet, and such, and etc., etc. In institutions, these things are going on. And we don't know that we are preparing our way out of the boat by thinking and cultivating these desires. But if we cultivate this idea that I'm just an insignificant rascal and fool, been picked up by the garbage bin of material life and been put in this Vaikuntha atmosphere with all these angels, with all these great souls, to associate very careful with each other. Then we have a great hope. Great hope is there. Because it's foolish, no? After all, just doing so much endeavor, so much sacrifice. We abandon families, we abandon bank balances and business careers and schooling and education and love and society. A big sacrifice for a human being, and enters into ISKCON. And then for some stupidity like that, it just slide again in the ocean of emotions. The ocean of emotions. In material life, you see them all. Just around the temple, you don't have to go too far. I'm looking from my window from the clinic, outside there, right behind the wall. Every day there is a standby there. All the young people with their scooties, they come there and they try to embrace, smoke. Who knows what they're talking about? They're not talking about Krishna and Radha for sure. So it's pity, this society. It's like we are surrounded by the waters of materialism, and this temple is oasis. It's a boat that is crossing this ocean. We should see it with these Shastra eyes, not with these eyes. These eyes, they cannot see much. They see nice buildings, they see nice houses around. We go outside and we see everybody has his villa and with their dog, with their children. But Prabhupada said, do you know how much struggle they're passing to maintain this nice villa and this dog there, the guard and all that? Look deep. Don't be superficial. Everywhere you go, a devotee, he goes deeper, Try to go more deeper. Not stay superficial. Because life is full of traps for us. So, anybody want to discuss any issue? Yes, Prabhuji.
abandon many things. We abandon many things and come to Krishna consciousness, like
This is the barometer.
yeah.
When we start doing these things, you see the barometer of our enthusiasm.
So,
Correct?
so by hearing your class, I it came to my mind that this thing is in many cases it is seen that this thing happens. So would you please explain or give us some guidelines that how should we keep our enthusiasm and that spirit of serving the devotees going on with which we came to the temple?
What was the last thing?
I was saying that would you please explain and give us some guidelines that how should we keep our enthusiasm going on throughout our Krishna conscious life, and the spirit of service is maintained always or increases.
Associate with serious devotees, sincere devotees. This is the best way to do it. If we don't have the seriousness and the enthusiasm, or even the seriousness and enthusiasm drops, then we take the sadhu sangha, real sadhu sangha. If we associate with loose devotees, because in every temple there is different classes of devotees. I'm not trying to offend anyone, but it's like this in the material world. There is the neophytes, the madhyamas, and the uttamas. So in every temple there is different classes of devotees to associate with. And sometimes acting sentimentally, we might look for association according to our modes, according to the modes we are, according to the emotions that we are. And everything is nice, peaches and creams. No need to be serious. Look how enjoy it. This is it's like the Karmi motto is just enjoy life. So sometimes we carry on this motivation in spiritual life, and we don't like to be serious. So Srila Prabhupada, so expertly, he established these programs, the morning program, getting up early in the morning, and come, even if your mind doesn't want to come. You take your mind and you throw it in the floor and you associate with the beautiful deities and the devotees and dance and clap. It's another way to get all the birds of anartha nivriti, all these things in our heart. Dance, dance, dance when you're young. Now I want to dance, but I cannot dance. But now you're young, you please dance like anything. Dance and chant and clap and associate with sincere devotees and render service to them. And then it's like a chain. One is the sincere devotee is pulling with his sincerity, not with his falsity, but with sincerity. He's pulling with his good example, steady, like a rock. Like my god brother, I forgot his name, the Pujari in Vrindavan, he left his body. He was like 25 years. What was his name? Vibhu Chaitanya. You ever met Vibhu Chaitanya? Anybody? Yeah. Oh God, steady like a rock. Bhubaneswar, you've been to Vrindavan, all of you. You know these devotees. How steady, how serious, how jolly. Wow. Wow, just to mention these devotees. So steadiness. You see how we know who is sincere devotee? Year after year he's doing his service without trying to get some profit, adoration, distinction. He doesn't want these things from his heart. He knows this is, it will cause me fall down. I don't want these things. I just want to serve this great society Srila Prabhupada established in this world to save all the sincere souls who take shelter. So take shelter in one of each other. Everybody would become like tight like Prabhupada. The last days, he was leaving the body, and he gave this example. If you are united, it doesn't break you. Maya doesn't break you. But if we split into different groups and we start criticizing one another and we try to enjoy, like Bhaktisiddhanta said to Prabhupada, I'm going to sell this Bhag Bazaar. Heavy words of Jagat Guru. Why? Because all these guys, they just want to enjoy some facilities. They join ISKCON just to enjoy facilities. And that happened in ISKCON many times, especially in India. I lived 10 years in Vrindavan, and I have seen many devotees, many persons, they become devotees just to have good facility. So we should not be one of them. Should be sincere and sacrifice. And then we get the great reward from Sri Krishna, Srila Prabhupada. Back to Godhead, eternal life, full of knowledge and bliss, dancing with the peacocks and playing with the cows and Krishna Balaram. That's a big gift. But we have to work hard to get that. We have to work hard and intelligently, analyzing always, am I doing right what I'm doing? Am I doing some mistakes in my life that will cause me bleeding, that will cause me a fall down? Inquire submissively. Your Guru is not here every day. Gurudev, Bhakti, what's his name? Your Guruji, Bhakti Charuswami, he's such a great preacher. He even comes to Spain every year, and he goes everywhere, encouraging thousands of people. So we cannot be with Guruji all the time, like in the Vedic times. The Guru and the disciple, they were together morning until night. But now we have the representatives of the Guru, the good example devotees. So associate with each other very careful and nice and loving and without duplicity, hypocrisy. This is arrows that can make us bleed and throw us out of the chariot of spiritual life. Duplicity, hypocrisy, contemplating the objects of the senses, try to enjoy spiritual life. These are heavy things. They're not just words to fill up some gaps. They are there like knives. They're cutting. They can cut you. You want to be a devotee, you gotta pay the price. Prabhupada says, price? Yes, you have to pay the price. What's the price? Sincerity and enthusiasm, humility. These beautiful qualities that they're not coming cheaply in our heart. Because due to association for so many lifetimes, our heart is covered with all this dust of many bad qualities. And now we have to try our best and be sincere always, every day. We should every day have take accounts. Take accounts of our day. In the end of the day, have I did some mistake? Have I purposefully or unpurposely offended some devotee? Have I offended some living entity? Have I studied the Shastra at least 1 hour? At least. Have I wasted my time? I have how many? 12 hours in the day of doing devotional service? 10 hours, 8, whatever. How many hours did I waste in prajalpa, in foolish talk, in criticizing, and maybe watching a little cricket? I know some devotees in Vrindavan, they used to go and watch cricket. And I was like, how is possible? All devotees, they would go in one house and watch cricket. I said, Prabhu, oh God, I mean, we're supposed to have given up these all damn things. Huh? How can we just go back and do these things? We have our own sports. We have our own sports of dancing and chanting and taking prasad and discussing Krishna Katha, Matvatha, Makatha, Pranam, Buddha, Yanta Parasparam. All these beautiful things, enliven each other. Make friendship in the basis of spiritual life, not on wishy-washy. You know that term, English? Wishy-washy. It means a little of this and little of that. A little Maya, a little Krishna. And make a little hot pot. And make a little hot pot. And then but a sincere devotee can see he's a hot pot devotee. That can happen. But I see here all of you, you're trying very sincere. And so, any other question? Past the time already? So, any other question? Please forgive me if I offend anyone. It was not my purpose. I just tried to say something to perhaps encourage you in spiritual life. Because one thing for sure, each one of us here, we're going to pass many tests. Many tests. We will pass many tests. I sign you this. I guarantee you. Look at the Pandavas. Look at the Pandavas, pure devotees. They're giving us a great example. How many tests they pass in their spiritual life. And you think we're not going to pass tests? You think it's going to be all like this slippery marble and prasad on time and all wonderful association surrounded? The waves of material nature are going to come and you might find yourself out of the boat, just like that story in the Bhagavatam. One devotee was asking Krishna, please show me your Maya. I want to see your Maya. You know that story? I read that story many years ago. I don't remember the name of this devotee or anything. But any of you remember which canto? Or it's somewhere in the Bhagavatam, I promise to you, I'm not lying. And he was pushing Krishna. I want to see your Maya. I want to see your Maya. And all of a sudden, one day, he finds himself in the waters of destruction of the universe. He finds himself there. Imagine. Imagine. All of a sudden you are in the waters of destruction. The whole universe was getting an inundation up to the neck of the universe. And he was and all of a sudden, in the front of him, he saw a little baby sucking his toe. His toe of a foot he was having in the mouth. That was a baby Krishna smiling to him. Markandeya, yeah. Which canto is it? If you can remember, you tell devotees. It's a wonderful story. I wish we can read the purport. So, if we want to flirt with Maya, Maya can come, and she has many faces she can show us. This is God. You want to play with the nature of God? You want to cheat God in the name of being a devotee? Or you want to become humble and accept that, my Lord, you are my master. I am so insignificant, piece of dust. Please give me shelter, my Lord. Don't allow Maya to smash me. Let me take shelter. Let me become sincere. Cry. Prabhupada says some tears of sincerity, some tears, some strong desire in the heart, cultivate that, please, my Lord, I have a long way to go. Please guide me with your sincere devotees, just like the shepherds. Yeah, have you seen the sheeps? You know? Or the cows. They have the shepherd boys with the sticks. And they have also some dogs. The dogs go around. They go around. They're doing a good job. They go round and round. They don't let any, sheep or a cow escape this. And they all go to the barn. And they get happy milking. And they get good fresh grass. But then if we insist to enjoy independently, okay, we can escape the group of devotees and go again back into the forest of enjoyment. Is waiting for us. Is waiting for any foolish person again to go outside and try to. And you see sometimes devotees after 5, 10, 20 years, they come back defeated with big beards, dirty, smoking cigarettes and doing all the kinds of things again. And they cry. They came to Prabhupada and they say, Prabhupada. And Prabhupada says, just wash, save up, and come back again. Such a merciful master we have. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Please give me your mercy so I can become a sincere devotee. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, Jai, 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 Jai.